splitting into two teams, build forts using the desks and chairs, and throw the 30-pier support balls at one another in what George Orwell would no doubt call mock warfare. Now, there was absolutely no history. As I sat down and reflected on the past year, I found it very difficult to move past what was undoubtedly one of the highlights of 2012, Bardo's second consecutive win at Arts Fest, and it was our whole house performance that allowed me to envision my current musical cohort. Once upon a time, there was a kingdom called Bar Disney. In this world, some would say it is a place out of this world, there are no villains. And like all Disney movies, everyone is a hero and special in their own way. But the success of every Disney film, as any Disney expert knows, relies on a couple of key aspects or character archetypes, the first being the sidekick. Ned Gardner. When it came to determining the Disney character you most resembled, two immediately came to mind. Year 11 Ned was a little like a movie I think we could call Finding Ned. I recall a sports carnival where I spent the entire day searching everyone who was donning a royal blue shirt trying to locate your whereabouts. However, Year 12 Ned has turned into someone like the genie from Aladdin, a talented individual who quite literally popped up out of nowhere. And although frustrating at times, you have this uncanny ability to make me smile or laugh, especially when I don't want to. You're a gifted young man, and as we all saw with your Arts Fest film and your recent basketball coaching, when you set your mind to something, you achieve something magical. Jonathan Kenzo. Sidekicks like you are featured in every Disney movie. Whether it's the quirky Lost Boys in Peter Pan, or Woody and Buzz Lightyear's faithful pals, you are fun, kind, playful, and most importantly, willing to lend a hand. Your cameo roles in this year's Baker and Dr. M film were what the critics called a smashing performance. And both of you truly epitomise the song in Toy Story that exclaims, "You have a friend in me." The last sidekick of our magnificent Disney realm is someone quite new to the Disney family. Olaf, the snowman in the film Frozen, is without doubt one of the most loyal and lovable characters ever created by Disney. A character with a pure heart of gold. Kid Hill, you are without doubt Bardo's answer to Olaf. When I thought about you, one memory instantly popped into mind. Our Year 12 Canberra trip. I knew you was going to do it. It was here, as your English teacher, I couldn't seem to escape you. It was here, for those 3 cold days as you donned my winter jacket and couldn't shut up about how great this piece of clothing was. Everyone made the comment that wherever I was, you were right behind. My very own doppelganger. I discovered a kid who was dependable and endearing, and I still remember everyone saying that I was just an older, and yes, they said an uglier, version of you. Over the past 3 years, I've watched you grow and mature, and kid, I couldn't be prouder. Now, every Disney film needs a wise wizard or magician, someone with whom the rulers of the land can gain counsel and advice. Lee, I couldn't move beyond Merlin from The Sword and the Stone when thinking about your Disney counterpart. Not only is the resemblance striking, but even more than that, you share the same love of knowledge and have exactly the same temperament. And as we saw yesterday, like Merlin, you look after the younger students. This year, your young King Arthur has been a Year 7 boy in your tutor group, and watching that relationship grow has been amazing. Now, what would a Disney film be without its resident not-so-bad bad boy? Christos. Although you have the confidence and wit of Gaston from Beauty and the Beast, it was Captain Jack Sparrow's eccentric mannerisms that I think best encapsulate you. Always the ladies' man, and just a little bit of a dandy, both Captain Jack and yourself epitomise the definition of this literary trope. A definition you know all too well considering your E2 major work. As defined, a dandy is an intelligent man concerned with looking stylish and fashionable. And Christos, although you exhibited your fine debating skills in extension English, time and time again, I don't think that even you could argue against this characterization. Okay, so Okay, the pinnacle of every Disney film is its princess. And in this magical realm, we have a whole lot of princesses. On the one hand, we have Sophia, Bardo's Rapunzel, an energetic, confident, and feisty young woman who has proven time and time again that she is not someone who can be easily locked in a tower. There is our Snow White, Phoebe Cutler, a resilient, artistic, and sometimes outspoken person whom I learned from our travels in Greece has a wicked sense of humour. Thebes, this trait, along with your inherent strength, is something I've come to admire. We also have our own Alice in Wonderland in Zoe Crocker, someone who has illustrated that time and time again that she is imaginative and curious, demonstrated not only in her major works, but also the Arts Fest costumes she flaunts each and every year. And we also have a Pocahontas in Astrid Holler, a tall, strong, and determined character with a natural knack for learning languages, who is yet to promise me that when she finally does walk down a runway and meets a Kardashian, any Kardashian, that she will introduce me to them. But our Bardo princesses don't stop there. I had the pleasure of being the next two princesses' tutor for a brief time, and in this role I can fully attest that one often struggled to get out of bed. Therefore, Sleeping Beauty seems a fitting analogy. Erin Miller. Sleeping Beauty is characterised as sophisticated, opinionated, and self-assured. All character traits, as well as her incessant sleeping, that both you and her share. And Georgia, I think Princess Ariel from The Little Mermaid best captured the essence of who you are. Ariel is creative, dreamy, innocent, and pure-hearted. And although I hope you have moved on from your One Direction obsession since my time as your tutor, your ability to forge connections with anyone around you is something I hope you truly never lose. Malika, Princess Tiana from The Princess and the Frog immediately came to mind when thinking of you. Like you, she is motivated, hardworking, free-spirited, but most importantly, humble. You are someone who knows what she wants and will go out there and get it. Your intelligence never fails to astound me, nor your drive, and I cannot wait to see what the world outside IGS has in store for you. The last Disney princess in the domain of Bar Disney is Marita O'Grady, a young woman who is outspoken, witty, resourceful, brave, and just a little stubborn. Like the character Mulan, she will tell you what she thinks, and unlike many other characters in Disney films, she's determined, courageous, and self-reliant. She isn't someone who will require a man to come and save her. And whilst I won't necessarily miss checking your essays time and time again, these character traits will be sorely missed. All successful Disney films rely on a set formula, and part of that formula relies on the inclusion of comic characters. LeFou from Beauty and the Beast, Timon and Pumbaa from Lion King, so on and so on. And our current Year 12 group are fortunate enough to have two such characters. There's Elodie, our enchanted and melodramatic French candlestick Lumiere, who is always able to make someone laugh. Her dramatic endeavours are a highlight to anyone who is fortunate enough to watch them, and she is funny and witty without even trying. We also have our Tali, someone with a more mischievous streak, as she demonstrated at whitewater rafting this week. Like Peter Pan's Tinkerbell, Tali is mischievous, feisty, and sassy with a malevolent sense of humour. Tali has often helped me enact some of my little pranks on her fellow peers, although I will admit I have been the victim of more than a couple of these also. Last of all, but certainly not least, we have the leaders of the Bar Disney Kingdom. Our first leader is the prince who rode into IGES in 2013, heralding a new era in the Bardoian Kingdom. A humble leader who has always been willing to prop up and support the two leading ladies of the realm. Chris has continuously stepped up, willing to do whatever we asked of him. Whether it was organising a creative warm-up for the cross-country carnival or making his theatrical debut as Tarzan, he might not have always been in the spotlight, but he was instrumental in Bardo's success nonetheless. A true natural leader. Let's try this. Ella. I couldn't help but envision you as one who was once regarded as Disney's most popular princess, Belle from Beauty and the Beast. A girl who craves adventure, a girl who stands up to a strong patriarchal society, a girl with a love of literature, and most notably, a girl who knows there is a whole world out there waiting for her. Stop looking at me. No matter what you choose to do in your life, I know that you will excel. Belle once stood alone as the Disney princess who, and I quote, broke the bonds of convention, being the first strong and independent modern Disney princess. And like Belle, I know that whatever it is you set out to achieve in the next stage of life, you will stand out, prove your excellence, and break down any conventions that stand in your way. Finally, we have the head girl of 2014. The Queen of the Kingdom, and in many ways its fearless ruler. Just a little melodramatic, I'm talking obviously about the one and only future PM of Australia, Madeline Goodsir. Now, the similarities between Maddie and Disney's newest and now the most popular addition to the Disney tradition, Elsa from Frozen, are phenomenal to say the least. She's fierce, she's regal, and often hides behind a tough exterior. But behind that facade is a young woman who knows what matters in life. Her friends, her Bamalo sidekick, and most importantly, her family. From my dealings with Maddie over the past 3 years, I've come to learn that the defining characteristic of this year's head girl is that she protects those she loves. She's intelligent, caring, and there'll be a huge void that will need to be filled once she's left the realm for good. We will all need to, as your Disney character famously sings, let it go. Replacing you, as you yourself have noted many times throughout the year, will be next to impossible. That brings us to the end of the kingdom that has been Bardo for the past year. And like all great Disney films, filmed with the purpose to be unforgettable, this year's Bardo group have truly been that. It has been my absolute pleasure to know these fine young adults. And on behalf of your fellow Bardo peers, your tutors, and myself, I wish you all a happy ever after.